everybody, Wendy here from Lolly Dolly Crafts. Just bear with me. I'm nowhere near as poorly as I have been. My voice is still a little bit croaky. I'm talking like I've got this really deep voice, and I've got a really dry mouth. So, but what I wanted to do was come to you with just another little make, because what I don't want happening is for me to be losing my crafty mojo. So I'm just doing little projects at the moment just to sort of make sure that I'm, bringing you guys something, and also because crafting does help me feel better. I did do a makeup video. I put one up, and there's no sound, voice or anything to it. Because when I got it was a bit early, when I did it was a bit early in the week, and my voice was even more croaky than what it is now. So anyway, so without further ado, what we're going to do today is I'm going to do what I haven't done in a long time, which is to make a card. So I've coloured this image in, and this image is CC Designs. I can't remember what it's actually called, but I will post it in the link down below because I haven't actually got the stamp out at the moment, but it's in my cupboard. And I've coloured her with Copics. Excuse me, I get a bit wheezy, so it makes me cough. So I've coloured her in Copics using pinks, and I love CC Designs. It's one of my favourite stamp designs. Some of the papers I'm using are from first edition, and I believe this one again, I can't remember off the top of my head. I've got such a bad memory at the moment. But again, I will post it in the link down below. So any information that I'm not able to verbally say to you will be in the description box. And I've got a selection of flowers. I used Sizzix Punch, which is a Tim Holtz Sizzix Punch. And a little bit of lace. Okay, and a scalloped card. So, first of all, what I'm going to do before I start anything else, my card is just over a 6x6 card, and I've cut this one down just slightly smaller, but I'm going to distress around the edge, and the same for this one. And I've used a Spellbinder's die to cut out the image, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick excuse me, the image onto the sheet of paper and then cut her out, because there is the next size up for this die, Spellbinder's die, but the border I find is a little bit too big. It's only my preference, do you know what I mean? So I prefer to just stick it down myself and cut it out to the thickness that I want. So that's what I'm going to do now. So yeah, it's been a terrible old cold I had, I tell you. Knocked me for 6. So I'm just gonna. This is my favourite glue, and I love this glue. It's called Collal glue, and it's clear. And it's, what I love about it is it doesn't warp the paper. Like some wet glues. Excuse me, warp. When you put them onto paper, it warps them. This one doesn't. And you get a little bit of wiggle room as well. So I've put this piece of tape here because in my last video I kept bringing it too far forward, so hopefully I'll make sure I stay this side of the tape so you guys can see pretty much what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm just going to stick that on there. Okay, and once I've got her mounted onto the card, I will add some glitter to her mushroom head. So I'm just going to cut this out first. Just because it's easier to cut out a smaller piece than it is on a bigger piece. Okay, so I'm just going to trim this down because I want that bit. Okay. And then I'm just going to I'm just going to cut this out. So all I'm doing is just cutting around. Just take your time and use the... I prefer doing it this way because it means I get the border, the thickness I want, rather than being too thick. I just like, you know, about an eighth. Whereas if I use the spellbinders, it's more of a like a quarter of an inch. This is a bit too much. I just like a little bit of a subtle border, not a huge big border. Yeah, so I hope everyone's doing okay. Yeah, with this cold, I've really been suffering. I think maybe that's why I was having trouble with tiredness just before the cold came out, sort of like full blown. So much it's that sort of came out in tiredness first, and then I've still got the tiredness. So having fibre and then a cold on top, it's bad enough having a cold at the best of times. So I'm not too worried about the edge being particularly perfect, because I'm going to use my Prima distress tool just to sort of go around the edge of this, just to sort of rough it up a bit. I think there is a way where you can, I'll have to have a look, cut the spellbinders borders thinner, but off the top of my head, at this particular moment in time, I don't really know. Okay, so there we go. So I've got my papers, and so this one I'm going to just stress. I'm not too worried about it if it rips or... I have got one of those Zeta distressors, which is brilliant, but it makes so much noise, so I don't use it. Which is really silly because it cost me stupid money. So I really should use it, I'm sorry. Okay, so so I'm going to do the same to this one. Distress it. Been doing a mass watch on called the midwife on my TV at the moment, so I've been watching it all day. Not that I've watched it loads of times over and over again, but yeah. gun in, hadn't I? You'd laugh if you saw me right now, because I'm supposed to have had my infills done for my eyelashes, and the lady came, and then halfway through doing, well, she did one eye but then felt sick, so couldn't do the other eye, so I've got about one full eye done, and then on the other eye I've got about 3 really long luster clusters and nothing else, so I just look really odd. So yeah, she's supposed to be coming back tomorrow to finish them off, but she did send me a message tonight saying she was still poorly, so I'm just a little bit worried that I'm going to be walking around all week with half an eye of lashes. Oh dear. Anyway, it's not like I really go anywhere, so. But yes, just so just go around. Now, if you wanted to, you can also use distress inks to just ink the edge of your card. Okay, so I also want to roll one of my corners. Now, this normally works better if, well, not better, but works well if you've used double-sided paper. But I'm not too worried about it because I'm gonna put some flowers there, or a flower there. So just trying to find something to roll it around, but I've got plenty of makeup brushes there I can roll it around. Right, okay. Right, so I'm going to stick this one down. Oh. And my new bathroom's being started on Monday. I can't wait. So happy. Been waiting so long. Like the building guys who've supposed to be doing it, been really busy. So they told me I'd have to, like, you know, they've obviously had other jobs that came before mine, before they could start doing mine. But they had a cancellation. So now, as of Monday, my new bathroom, my wet room's being done. And I can't tell you how happy I am, because I will finally be able to have a shower. At the moment, because I can't get in a bath or anything, I have to have a stand up, you know, or sit down wash is what I normally do. Excuse me, I need to have a drink because my throat's really dry. Yeah, so I have to have like a strip wash. But yeah, as it'll take about 8 days to for them to finish. I can't wait. My roses are facing the wrong way, look. Why do I don't suppose it really matters? Because they're going to be covered. It didn't disappear, it matters. I could do it, actually, yeah, I could do it that way. Put there. Yep, see, there's always a... So, yeah, I'd already had all the survey and everything done, and you know, all the stuff that you're supposed to do, like asbestos check, all that, all the preliminary stuff had been done. It was just having a start date for the job, so oh, I can't wait. So happy. There we go. Now, when you're card making, if you're new to card making, you're always better to mat a couple of layers up rather than just having one layer and then sticking your image down flat. The more movement and 3D sort of effect you've got on the card, the more professional and the better the card looks. Although there are some cards that you can use that are what they call simple as cards, that you don't need to do that, but they're done in a totally different way. So that's what we've got so far. And what I'm going to do, well, I'm just going to sort of lay out a little bit of how I want my card to be. So I've got this little piece of lace trim which I want to use. I'm just going to go down there. I'm going to also add that to there. And then I've got a selection of flowers which I'm probably going to my punch. Okay, so I think I'm going to hot glue my trim down first. Now this is just a quick card. Just make sure I've got. Don't suppose there is a right or a wrong way for this. I don't know if that way is. And I'm sorry if my voice is a bit quiet as well because it is still a bit croaky. Okay. So now you don't have to use hot glue when you're sticking lace to a card, but for quickness I'm going to do I'm having really bad menopausal flashes as well at the moment. I'm not sure whether that's still, I think it's a combination of the cold and also I'm having quite a few sleepless nights due to hot and cold flashes and yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to snip off the excess there. It's so funny, you ought to see the faces I pull when I'm crafting. I can feel my face doing it. You know, like when I'm cutting or if I'm concentrating. Okay, so there. And then I want to add now, I've got some foam squares here. I don't normally use the small ones, I normally use the bigger ones, but I haven't got any of the big ones at the moment. But if you haven't got any foam squares, these are just way too small they're ridiculous for this, but they'll have to do for the moment. But if you haven't got foam squares, you can always use card. Peel down. Now, because this lace is layered up a bit, I don't need to put any of the foam pads all the way down because this lace is lifting it up a bit. Okay. Oops, make sure I'm into focus. I mean, my bedroom's sort of like shabby chic, but I can still sort of like go, you know, having a nice sort of vintage look to the bathroom. I think I might sort of go down that route. Right, okay. So I'm just going to add a bit of glue to this doily. Not too much. I'm just going to add that to there. And then this, my image, a bit of hot glue. Okay, so there we go. So that's what we've got so far. Pretty basic, nothing, you know, major. But what I'm going to do, I've got some flowers, and I've got this sort of like greenish paper. I want to punch out some of these. Selection of these greenish leaves. Okay, so just trying to arrange some of the flowers just to see. And what I'm doing is I'm just creating sort of like a flower cluster, what to call them. Okay, that's what we've got so far. Just keep adding, you know, flowers and leaves and that until I'm happy with how it looks. I love these things. It's so nice. Okay. Just glue sticks. Glue strings, I should say, not glue sticks. Oops. Adding little things like leaves and sprays and stuff like that just sort of adds to you know, the finish of the card. get all the excess glue strings. Okay, so that's what we've got so far. So I think I'm going to okay, so I've got some stickles in Stardust. I'm just going to add those. Actually, what I'm going to do first, I've got some this snow paste. And I'm going to just add some of this to my flowers, just to it gives it that sort of extra shabby look. Oop. I've got to stick that flower down. I'm just adding it to the edge of my card as well. Just makes the sort of distressed edge stand out more. This stuff's brilliant. Glue strands stick to it really well as well. It's great for showing your glue strands up. Which is not really the way you want it to go, so I'm just adding this to my flowers. Realise how invisible they are, would you? Good old glue string. And I'm just going to add some of this Stickles glue to the edges of my flowers as well, just to also give that little bit of sparkle. So I'm just randomly, and then when it dries, the glue is clear and flat, so it all you see then is the glitter. So I'm just going to add some glitter to the mushroom colours on her hat. So that will dry, and also on her dress. Okay, so there we go. And then to finish off, I've got some flat back pearls, and I'm going to just add some down this side. Now these are white and cream, so I think I'm going to use the cream ones. So I never trust these sticky back pearls, to be fair. Okay, so there we go. Oops. I've just got a little bit of seam binding ribbon. I'm just going to hot glue to that. Actually, I'm going to put it there, I think. And there we go. There we go, and there's our card for today. So, I hope you enjoyed this quick card making with me, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.